Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. The give to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. On the run, still looking. He's going to take off. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Hines is back in the middle. Afterburner's coming. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He wants to throw. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it on the right. Got a lot of running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. The throw to the outside is complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
On second down, wants to throw. Caught close to the marker, it's Adams. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up fourth.
And the try is no good. And here in the first quarter, we remain tied.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities, kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Turns it loose deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And that's just excellent cover. Vic, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
To the ground with the back. Pulls his way forward. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, just keeps firing. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Quick strike complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Getting some heat. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Clemson will send the punt team out. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. And here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
On the move is the 30. Made a defender miss. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll try the running game off the right tackle. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but ending plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me. I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. They'll try to pick up the first. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
A nice job on the defense. First and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson, in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They keep attacking through the air. He slings it deep to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half. You stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he tacks on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Gators sending the offense back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Defense getting a boost from this crowd on third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to run it. At the 15, he's loose.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Gators with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. On the run, fires downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Back to pass. It's Klubnik. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the...
Going for it all. Intercepted. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. First and 10. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Looking to take a shot. Brings it down on the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. These corners backing off a bit. He'll come out throwing on first down. Keeps the push. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Pressure coming. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson, great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, 1st down. Give to the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Power football with the run. Can't get him to the ground. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
The #1 goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Clemson set up with another 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Turnovers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come at different points in the game. They come from different parts of the game. On special teams, to get a turnover, man, that is huge.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. He caught it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him, Terry.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Florida 17, Clemson 14.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. It's good. And here in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Michigan. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. The 10. Touchdown Gators. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. He's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by one possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz, or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's caught. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And they'll take over first and 10.
On first down, here comes this offense. Defense in press coverage. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Makes the grab. It's Wilson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He'll put the tight end in motion. Back to pass. It's Lagway. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Line getting set on second down. The give to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff from the shotgun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Powers forward. And they get him down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gators. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes the offense on first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He'll try to do it himself. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Fires left. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.